Hello, everybody. We're on hour 9 of the Manchester Marathon, leading to Million Mass of God. We're 3 hours away from the album dropping, which is very exciting. We thought we would, we found a random man on the street and we asked him to ask us some questions that you have compiled on Twitter. And we'll do like a little Q&A. So you want to hit it?
Is this the most work you guys have put into an album so far?
Is this the most work? Yes. I think that in the past we've done a lot more trying to save records work, but this definitely felt like a big undertaking, a lot of work, and a lot of time, but it felt healthy this time.
Yeah, I would say even just the amount of time we actually spent on it was the longest, start to finish.
Second question. Were you already working on the album pre-pandemic, or was it the inspiration?
Pre-pandemic.
Definitely.
Yeah, we worked on it all of 2019 and the first half of 2020. The mixing was done after the lockdown happened, but we were fortunate enough to finish all of our tracking before the record, before the country and the world shut down.
When creating the Million Masks of God, was there a change in dynamic within the band?
Not really.
I would say that we got closer. Like the dynamic change was good. Of like there was a lot more trust in everyone, and that allowed people to be comfortable and creative and vulnerable.
Ideas were a lot passed around a lot more frequently, and no one really bucked on it. And if anyone did, people didn't get their feelings hurt as much.
Yeah, I think just settling into a place where every idea deserves to be tried and you have no idea what even could be seen potentially at first as a bad idea can always lead to something more interesting. So yeah, I think it was like an open, free-flowing environment, which was really nice. Not that we weren't really like that before, but I think it just, everyone felt a little bit more open and to like do their thing, you know, like the kings of their own sort of domain.
Do you get chills watching the Telepath video like we do?
Well, the funny thing about the video, I think because I wrote the concept for it, I was like way too close to it. So when I got it back, I wasn't sure if it was very good at all. And we were both sort of like, oh, I think so. And then, yeah, I like sent it to my mom and she's like, I've watched it 20 times and cried a bunch.
Yeah, I did it the first edit. Like when I was watching it, and there's a certain, go watch it, but there's a certain part in it I was like, oh. I guess, it's hard not to kind of feel emotional watching that one.
Yeah, agreed.
How'd you guys come up with the design of the album cover?
I had this really weird, almost like a little vision when I was going to sleep at Ethan's house when we were wrapping up, one of our producers wrapping up the album. And I had this idea of a bunch of people walking towards some sort of light, and I sketched it up very crudely, my daughter could do better, and sent it over to Mike Dempsey, who we started collaborating on art with on Black Mile, and he came and visited us in a week, and by that point he had a pretty awesome representation of it. He's a really great collaborator, so yeah.
Great. All right, last question. Given the concept of this album and the connection of the songs, how will you approach building the set list for your live shows? Will we see a full album live show similar to Black Mile?
That would be fun to do, but I don't. It's everything is so up in the air right now with the world to where we don't want to give away too much or
We just
bite
have
off
so
too
many
much.
hits too. It's hard to really pack them in one set.
It's just getting really hard. There's so many hits.
I was thinking about what we would end up cutting from our current set list, and that's starting to get kind of difficult to look at the list now and be like, what would we take off of here?
Yeah. I think we've also, we've spent the last year relearning every song in our catalog. And so I also like the idea of being a band that, we loved on the Black Mile tour having almost like a theatric set. Like there were cues and everything was really like timed and whatever. But I do like the idea of experimenting and, throwing in audibles and playing stuff that people aren't expecting.
Pearl Jam style.
PJ style. Exactly.
2.5 hour set list.
Yeah, something
All
like that.
audibles.
Yeah, except Eddie Vedder just carries the lyrics with him on stage. I wish I could do that. Just carry a notebook.
You could.
How could I play and turn?
We'll get a guy for that.
We'll probably do some kind of full playthrough at some point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would think so. It feels like that kind of record.
If we don't
No
do it
timelines
now, we'll
right
do it for the 10-year anniversary.
And that's a
So,
promise.
Yeah. See you in 2031.
thank you for tuning in again. We're just under 2 hours and 50 minutes until the album drops.
Feels good.
Thank y'all for watching all day. We can't wait for you to hear this record. Love you.